hey, there might be a possible reunion with tight end Kyle Rudolph and the Minnesota Vikings. What's up, guys, and welcome to the Minnesota Vikings Syndicate, a show for the fans by a fan. Hit that subscribe and that notification bell so you're notified every time a video drops. So Kyle Rudolph, right? This man right here has been linked to a possible reunion with the Minnesota Vikings. Jeremy Fowler of ESPN actually reported that not only the Minnesota Vikings, but multiple teams, including the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, are also interested in bringing in Kyle Rudolph. So you guys can let me know in the comments, do you believe that this man should be brought back to the Minnesota Vikings, in which he spent the majority, actually all of his career basically, with the Minnesota Vikings? Or do you think we should just let him walk away and try his luck elsewhere, being that we have Irv Smith Jr.? I have my own opinions on that, but we'll get to that in just a second. But first, let's take a look at what Rudolph has been through in his career. Rudolph spent the first 10 seasons of his career with the Vikings before signing a 2-year deal with the New York Giants in free agency last offseason. However, he was released this March after recording 257 receiving yards and only 1 touchdown. The 32-year-old caught 453 passes for 4,488 yards and 48 touchdowns during his stay in Minnesota. Rudolph would likely slot behind former teammate Irv Smith on the tight end depth chart if he rejoins the Vikings. Now, in all honesty, I have no ill will towards Kyle Rudolph. But before we let him go, actually, a year before we let him go, I was screaming from the mountaintop, let's get rid of him. Okay, we have a new, young, talented tight end that I believe is ready to hit the gridiron, to take on the NFL. But that wasn't the case. We kept him for one more season. His production kind of dropped. Wasn't the tight end that we knew and loved. 10 touchdowns a season, basically, or 8 to 10 anyways. And was just a stud. Torched the NFC North, like the Detroit Lions, the Green Bay Packers, and the Chicago Bears. But I do believe that he is a Viking at heart. He loved this community. He said so once he left, once we got rid of him. And since he has been gone, like last season with the New York Giants, he hasn't been the same. So if we bring him back to the Minnesota Vikings, like that article kind of pointed out, he has to slot behind Irv Smith Jr. Now, if he ends up taking Irv Smith Jr.'s job, so be it. But at the same time, please prove your worth. I think it'd be an okay idea for the Minnesota Vikings to bring back Kyle Rudolph, but I still believe this is Irv Smith's job. Kyle Rudolph is getting up there in age. We all know about father time and what father time can do to the human body. I'm not saying Kyle Rudolph has slowed down at any capacity, but the team he was just on, the New York Giants, well, is not as good as the Minnesota Vikings. Am I right? I mean, come on. But bringing back Kyle Rudolph, I think, would rejuvenate the locker room a little bit. Bring back that familiar veteran face. Yes, it's a new playbook and all that, but it is a passing offense, which means, okay, 2 tight ends at some point in the game. You have Irv Smith on one side, Kyle Rudolph on the other side. The things that they'd be able to do or capable of doing would be quite awesome to watch. And you have Justin Jefferson on one side, Adam Thielen on the other side, both the tight ends. Our offense could be electrifying, especially if this kind of rejuvenates or kickstarts Kyle Rudolph's career a little bit better than what he was going to do with the New York Giants. So once again, let me know in the comments if you believe bringing in Kyle Rudolph would be a good idea or a bad idea. This has been a show by your host, Trey Wicks. Skull Vikes.